I came into it thinking like in the fitness industry, people weren't as, I guess, serious or as educated as I would want in the industry. But coming here, this is like a whole different world. Honestly, I haven't seen really anyone in Australia like you guys that take so much pride and effort in making sure that you're training your clients to the best of like your ability, like at all times. Like everyone's always present, all the trainers are always locked in on their clients. The quality is just top tier. I'm Dasha, I'm financial advisor manager, and I'm looking to compete in my first bikini fitness competition on Sunday.
Is there a comp coming up?
Yeah, it's on Sunday. My bikini competition. First one ever. Probably not doing this again, but it's a bucket list item that I got to do.
Has this been a bucket list item?
Yeah, it's been a process for sure. I said this before with Jacka, he was really good about it, but I came in at like 49 kilos, like pretty much only doing cardio, being like, yep, I want to compete this year, like in 8 months. He was like, yep. Okay, let's see how we go. So that 8 months turned into like a 1.5 year process. So that was a long process. Most of it was building because I didn't really have a whole heap of muscle.
I think the biggest thing, because if you go back to the start, you came in with the goal of still wanting to get leaner.
Yeah.
But Dash came in at 88, 49 kilos. Yeah. So if you dieted down, or spent most of the comp prep dieting down, should be on stage at like 40 kilos with very little muscle mass. So a large portion of the time was allocated to building up. That was 10 months, although I would say probably 2 months of it, a bit of maintenance, just from life circumstances and these types of things. But that's where most of the progress came from. So even though, like, yeah, you're not getting leaner for like that 10-month period, in fact, you're getting stronger, but your body fat's coming up a little bit, your weight's coming up as well. You do have to trust that there's muscle mass occurring. So
I actually learned about you guys many years ago, and I wanted to compete back then, but I was like, ugh, I don't have enough money to do it, so I didn't do it. And then like years later, I was like, no, I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off and do it. And then I found you guys again.
Was it after a comp? Or?
No, I was literally just going on Google, and then I searched like bikini or prep coaching, whatever.
So was a comp always the goal? Why is that being a goal?
I'm a person that likes to have like something to work towards. Coming from my background, like with music, I was very serious about that. And that was kind of what I was used to, competing. And
what's your background?
I play violin. I'm classically trained.
Amazing.
So yeah, I was pretty like high up professionally there. So that was kind of my norm. So I was really used to having really strict kind of like routines and having things to work on like meticulously. And I always just felt like just going to the gym or having a PT just didn't really cut it for me.
So you've had PTs in the past?
I have, yeah. I didn't like it because it just felt like they weren't as knowledgeable as I wanted them to be. It just felt very like I could just go on Google and find these exercises and do them myself. I didn't trust them as much.
So what is the difference between that and say working with Jacobine?
Huge, massive difference. I mean, like from the get-go, like he's plugged in the entire time. I mean, he's got a wealth of knowledge behind him as well. So that is really obvious when he starts training you. He explains absolutely everything. And to me, even though like music isn't fitness, it's the same principle. You have to work on your foundation first before you can then like load on the weights and do everything else that you want to do. And I could tell that that's exactly how he was training. So I really respected that and appreciated that he was teaching me how to do it correctly. I think the biggest thing I've learned is don't trust your brain. You need to trust the process. Do it exactly as it needs to be done. Don't get distracted. Because there's been so many times where I was like, nah, I can't do this, or like nothing's, especially during the bulk. That was so hard because you don't see really as much progression other than you getting stronger and wider. Like you have to just tell yourself, there's muscle under there, it's growing. Like something's happening for 6 months, you know? That's the hardest part. This part is easier because you can see it all coming off. So, okay, cool. It's more motivating, but
So building.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably the biggest thing I've learned. It's made me a lot more comfortable in my skin as a person. Like I feel a lot more assertive in myself and kind of like more sure of myself in general in life. So it's actually translated like in my work and my relationships and friends and family and everything. So it's been like a life overhaul since I started training with you guys.
If you could go back in time, let's say 5 years, 10 years ago, what advice would you give to yourself who's looking towards doing this goal, who's been looking towards doing this goal for so long?
Just do it. Just do it. You're never going to be ready. You're always going to freak out about it. It's going to be hard regardless of when you do it, but it's going to be so rewarding. You're going to learn so much more about yourself and you're going to feel so much better about yourself as a person. So just do it.
Absolutely loved the whole experience. I'm super stoked. Cannot believe I got any placement, let alone second, third, fourth. So I'm super stoked for that. Thank you so much to everyone putting up with me for this long, especially Jacob. Thank you, and thanks guys for being here. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you.